So that's one of the trainers. He's great. Me and him have become really good friends. Both trainers are Japanese. So he went to the game last night. This really burns my ass. So Damien bought a bunch of tickets for the Weber State Athletic Department. Don't you think they'd take the trainers and they'd take the group that were with Damien at the time? You know, all the dirty work I do. I think they're $1,000 tickets. KSL does a big, you know, Coach Ray's there. You know, Compton just backed into this fucking job. Oh my God, the club, you know, when they do this grandstand penny paint, I'm like, it pissed me off this morning, you know, and so I'm getting ready to leave here anyway. You know, this long term, I think the doctor's going to cut me loose in a couple weeks. This long 8-year battle, and I'll end this YouTube site and do something different. But thank you everybody who supported the story, this book. I want to talk. There'll be time to edit this book. I want to make sure, so I want to get 311 videos by March 11th. So I'm going to hammer away. My Fukushima reporting days are probably over. You know, everything is said and no one gives a shit. The ocean collapsed, everything I said, son of consent, came true and no one cared. Thank you to the people who have supported this historic work. You know, and hopefully my work will continue in some kind of different format, but I got to make some money. You know, I've lived so impoverished for so long. I don't know how I've done this. Well, I know how. The angels, they've watched out over me. So I want to get this, talk about the disgrace of what they've treated here. The Weber State Athletic, fucking disgraceful. Disgraceful. Not just, how about Watt, first person of color. You want to talk performance art? How about his hook shot? He was 5'7". 2 national champions, born and raised in Ogden, Utah, Japanese descent. How about Kathy Miller, born and raised here? You see their numbers in the fucking arena? Retired? No. The reason I want to shoot this here, I like Jay Hill, he's trying, but none of these fuckers gonna fuck me. Okay, the golf coach, he got leukemia the same time as I did. Exact same, he died. So many of these, the karma these people throw on themselves is so disgraceful. Football team, this is important. Dick Mata coached here. That's the Swenson gym. So I wanted to get that quick. Dick Mata coached here. The old Swenson gym was right there. I used to sit in there with my dad. And so Willie Soldier, who named Dr. J, played in there. This town, wow. Justin Thigpen played in there. Bill Johnson coached here. You know, this is real. Mata. The average athlete in 1978, Kobe was born, made less than 4 times the average working class American. Whoop, where's your fucking crown? So now they make tens of thousands of times. The disgrace of Weber State. So Trevyn Smith, the #1 leading rusher, who was on this campus the same time as Damian Lillard was on this campus. Damian Lillard, no one even knew his name. I hear it all the time. Ann Milner says right over there, I was here, you didn't even know Damian. Nobody did. I did. You know, I was the first guy that started saying, hey, he's going to be in the NBA. I used to, go ask Randy. Fuck, it's a disgrace. You know, there's a player here right now named Jarek Harding. He's the best player in the history of this school. And that's saying so much. This is important. He's that good. So this is real important. I've talked to every one of these fuckheads, including Compton, all these guys, you know, do the radio show for free broadcast, football, because I'm asked to, for the 4th time. Nobody knows this sports history like I do. They know that. People ask me to do it. And they get pissed off because I say, fuck the NCAA. Well, fuck them. Who the fuck do they think they are? So, every one of them, oh, he's not tall enough, he's not tall enough, he's not... I remember Damian Lillard sitting with his broken foot in a chair right there at the D, shooting 2 hours a day with his broken foot. I'm standing right there, sucked up, got cancer. Will you make a video, do this? That's the call I get, and I do. So, Oregon. Love it, Lord, end up in Oregon. All the salmon will collapse and dead, and no one gives a fuck. So, Jarek, in the Stewart Library, just hours before the game. you know, a little video, but I says, Jarek, let's talk. Yeah, and I says, you do know the story of Damian Lillard being up by 20 points at halftime in that building and not winning, losing, and him just sitting on clock. He says, the only reason I know that his cousin told me that story, Davion. This is important. He got lucky because he almost missed the draft. They almost gone by, and we see what he is. He's the greatest shooter in the history of probably basketball right now. I mean, he got robbed on that play last night. He would have scored 50 with overtime. I mean, that's one of the worst calls I've ever seen, but that's what they do here in Utah. The haters. It was probably a BYU referee, or, I mean, well, I guess he didn't want overtime, wanted to go home. That was, I mean, the worst call I've ever seen in basketball. So this is the old gym right here. This is it. So I says, listen, I know how good you are. You know how I've been here the whole time. I watched Soul Jenner playing here. He named Dr. J. First rounder in the NBA draft. Listen, it's right here, right now. You have to take over these games. You're a lot like Damon. Damon's playing on a horrid team. This Trailblazers team, Carmelo Anthony, he was never good in the NBA. He was great in college, but he's never been good. He's never won anything. This team's so bad. Lillard has to, and Lillard's developed to be this premier 35-foot jump shot. They're so similar. He scores 43. Jarek scored 44. Now remember, Jarek's only reason he's not the leading scorer in the country, he had a broken foot. He didn't play, and when he did come back, he was playing limited minutes, very limited minutes. I think he's made 40 free throws in a row. He'd be the #1 free throw shooter in the country. He has it all. They're very similar players. Very similar. You know, they both have incredible range. They both can slash left and right hand. I mean, Damian Lillard's a beast. Do not kid yourself, a physical beast. But, more cowbell. Get this out. Why the can? That's who built that American can, the nuclear industry. So I says, here's Jarek. This point, because I'm getting ready to leave here for 2. I want to watch Jarek finish this legendary career and then to California for the well migration, and then we'll get a job doing something somewhere, maybe teaching somewhere, I don't know. So I said, listen, this is important. You have to take over these games. This team you planned is terrible. I mean, Michael Kozak, you know, he's pretty good. Well, he's real good. You know, I told Randy here a while back, I said, Randy, just let the big guy, Yalta by the Sea, he's a great shot blocker. Just let these guys, because they play defense. This team plays defense. They cannot score. Cannot make free throws. Give the ball to him. Give the ball. I'm sitting in the bone marrow transplant center right there dying, looking up at the window. I stuck with all these houses. 10,000 plaster jobs, plaster. Good. The great Clyde Cooley used to say, your time to shine. You don't do this right now, you won't get the opportunity. You have to take it. Take it. They could, like Damon, they triple teamed him all last night. I listened to it on the radio. David Locke. Oh, what about this Jarek Harding kid? He had 40. Well, the only reason he doesn't break in Lillard's, and they're not Lillard's records he's breaking. Lillard had free throws because he only played 3 years, you know, here. Jarek Harding is all that, then some. I just take these games over. When Jarek Harding, you can't stop him. You can't. I've never seen a player like this in the history. But isn't that the way it is here in the state of Utah? Anybody talking about him? You hear anybody? He'll be a first rounder in the NBA. Oh, they talked about Willie. Same thing happened to Ruben Nembhard. He never got his chance. I told him the story about Ruben. I says, the Jazz gave him 10, Sloan screwed him so hard. I told him the story about, listen, I says, this is important. That game, he's sitting on the ball. They're ahead by 20. They lose. He didn't go to turn. Next year, he's up in Montana, playing this control game, doing what, they're down by 5. Finally, at the end of the game, you could see he was so pissed with 6 minutes. He starts bombing 35-footers. I was full of cancer then. I had AML really severely. Then I says, you can't wait for that. You're the best player in the history of this school. Take your chance. And by the way, because I've always been taught, you get back to your community. Full of cancer? Look, I was given too much to live with no chance of surviving this disease. I made deals with myself in that bone marrow transplant center. You know, I'd sit there in those games. None of them are ever going to do anything for me. Nobody is. I know that, except our small group, you know, that have funded this historic work. I know that. But that's okay. The deal was, Kevin, if you do this work and you finish this greatest tale and story, this hardcore historic work, you'll have life. Where do I sign up? So, I'll bring this to an end. I'm going to get 311 of them up. And the YouTube video, I don't know. But this, you know, maybe I'm going to do something different. You know, and I want to get this up, published. This is Jerick. Now, don't tell everybody I had this conversation with you, whatever. He's everything Damian Lillard is. And we've seen what Lillard is. I mean, Lillard didn't shoot from outside here, but he could shoot. You know, played on it, but he didn't get the stage, did he? He's very lucky at the end the scouts got on him. I told him, here's the key. I'm in the arena when he broke his foot. Frank Layton's sitting with me from the Jazz. The scout walks over and Frank says, oh, hi, how you doing, blah, blah. Hi, Frank, what are you doing here? He says, I'm looking at a player. I'm thinking maybe he's looking at Lillard. Oh, this player from Eastern Washington, they're talking, blah, blah. Not a word comes up, and I says, well, your NBA player's sitting right there. He laughed. It wasn't the first time this has happened. Don't let them, they're not going to laugh at Jerick Harding. He'll be a first-round NBA superstar. I'm telling, this is my point, is the young at the NCAA. What about Trevyn Smith? You see his name, the #1 leading rusher in the history of this school. He died in a jail cell this year. Had a heart attack and stroke at, how old? 26. They pounded his brains in here and used him up and spit him out and threw him the fuck away. Got picked up on some warrants at the homeless shelter. Fucking 32 years old and he hung himself. His name, #1 leading rusher in the history. So, by the way, he was here at the same time fucking Lillard was. And Kevin Blanch. So, how about Kathy Miller? You see her number retired? How about Watt? Just the first player of color in the history of the NBA. That's all. 2 national championships. You see his number? No, but they're all down there mucking with their fucking buddies, $1,000 tickets that Damian bought to give to the group that got him there. Did you see him take us? No, just like I'm doing down there, the play-by-play. Paul sends me an email because what? Oh, the KWC's got some new guys because Manny left. Manny fucking got pissed because of the corruption here. And I'm like, okay, oh, you got some new guys going to do it? That's good. That's fine with me. You see anybody down there? Fuck no. This is why these corrupt fuckers can kiss my ass. Stan Tunin. It's not O for Ogden. You know, what about the fucking salmon dying, Damien? What about fucking Oregon, the salmon collapse? You play in Oregon. And just remember, your owner, he died of AML leukemia. Same thing I have. His $60 billion didn't fucking save him. Where's your fucking crown? Stan Tunin.